These are the things that you guys should go to all the time. I want you guys, I'm going to pass it real quick. I want you guys turn to your neighbor. Turn to your neighbor, whoever's next to you. If some person's sitting down next to you, the person behind you, whoever, turn to them. And I want to hear it. Hey, I got big ears, but I'm hard of hearing. I want y'all to say to the person next to you that you love them. On three, all right? 1, 2, 3.
I love you.
I like that.
AD, I didn't hear it, AD. I didn't hear it.
Let's go ahead and have a seat. All right, y'all. We'll get out of here. I appreciate you guys letting me be a part of you. I love y'all too. Appreciate you guys letting me be here to talk to y'all for a little bit. Please hear what these elders say. Elders, listen to the kids. They are the future. Whitney Houston said that, right? I thought so. Children of the future?
Yeah.
I love that. I love that song. I'm listening to that on the way home. I'm gonna get out of here. You guys have a wonderful afternoon.
AJ, you know what? AJ's a little shy about himself, but he was a standout basketball star at Stafford High School, right?
All right.
He graduated. This dude here is an engineer, man, and I look at it because I'm an engineer, and he looks like me. You guys got to understand what that means, because I don't see a lot of engineers that look like me, so I'm proud of this young man here. And this it looks like me, too, as well.
Man, that was great, man. Give it up again, Alvin Green Jr.
That was great.
And he said it, man. Going back to when we started, and me and my father, the I love you hurdle. I find it, to my two sons, harder to say to them than my daughters. Just being totally transparent. Not that I don't love them, but it's just, why?
Man to man,
stuck in there, you know?
Society has made it seem like a weird thing to say to another man.
Absolutely.
But it's necessary.
It is.
It's necessary.
It is.
Matter of fact, how did you feel when you heard somebody say that to you? Weird? Good? Talk to me.
Awesome.
All right, good. Like he said, keep doing it. The more uncomfortable it is, the more it's working.
James, what's up, bro?
That's the devil's workshop there, because that's not, love is, listen, it's not something that's perverted. It's not something that only is in one area. We always go to that area, if you know what I'm talking about. God is love, so love is the foundation. Not that's not the cherry on the top. That's the root of the tree. So if we can set that foundation, we'll be all right in this world. Preach. No, I'm gonna get off the stage. We got somebody special coming up next. Another special guest.
Our next guest is Stephen Larson, who is the principal of St. John's High School. Please give it up for him as he comes to the stage.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I have just a brief message for everybody. Well, again, I'm Steve Larson, the principal at St. John's High School. I've been there this will be my 6th graduating class. So really excited. I've seen kids come from their 7th grade year at Hot Gap and all the way to handing them a diploma. So it's really an amazing gift that I have been given, particularly in this community. So I just wanted to thank Mr. Butch here for putting this together, and Ms. Middleton right here for inviting us to come out. I wanted to talk very briefly about something that's really important to me that I've noticed since being in education for about 20 years now. I've noticed a phenomenon with kids as I've gotten older, that it's become a little less cool each year to be great, and I don't quite understand it. In kids speak, they call it being a tryhard. You guys ever heard that? Don't be a tryhard. Yeah, so it's a new thing where apparently you are somewhat rewarded socially for not doing your best, for not standing out, for not pushing your peers to do as good as you or better. And I notice this in the conversations that I have every day. It's such a great privilege to work with kids when things aren't going well and when things are going great. To have that conversation about why, what's going through your mind, what are you thinking about right now? And what I noticed is there's such an opportunity for the adults in the community, for us as older people, to remind the students why they're great. Because there's so much right now in their lives telling them why they're not great. It's in their social media feeds. It's in the bullying statements, and it's in the microaggressions. It's in the things that they say when they're in the hallways together. And often I'll have a student in my office, and I care about them so much, but I find myself having to convince them why they're great. And so what I'm appealing to you, the adults in the crowd, to is to take more time every single day to create reasons why our kids are great. Share that with them, and then brag on them to people who you're around, in front of them. Because until that becomes a pattern in their minds, they're going to be struggling, because there's just so many things that are obstacles for their own sense of security and self-worth. I want to talk about a try-hard, a kid that has benefited from trying hard. He's in the crowd right now. I've known him since he was a freshman in our school. And his first year, he was just running all over the place. Just a goofball, right? Always with great intentions, but he had to just be everywhere. And what was great about this guy, though, so it wasn't with bad intention. He just wanted to absorb the world around him. He just wanted to make connections, and didn't matter if it was a kid or an adult, but he never cared about what people thought of him. And here he's a senior now, and you see him on the basketball court, you see him still running up and down the halls because he's so excited. But he's going to graduate, and he's going to have so many skills because he accepted the support from the adults around him. Jaden, will you stand up? There he is, right there. Look at him. He's like almost perfect. So we're creating wonderful kids at St. John's High School, and I see other Islanders in the crowd. But what we need people like you to come to the school and connect with our students, pull out their backpacks, find out what they're studying, and then send them on their way and tell them, remind them how great they are. So thank you very much for allowing me to come out and say a few words to our community, and have a great rest of your day.
Let's give him another round of applause once again. Stephen Larson, principal, St. John's, the Islanders. How y'all doing in football this year? Y'all okay?
Hey,
I don't know.
come to the game. Come on out and see. Come see.
Raphael, they said like I was trying to joke with
That's
them.
what it sound like.
How are you doing? I guess never mind.
You about to start?
They're not doing as good as I thought. I thought they were doing pretty good this year.
Hey.
just getting started.
Before
before
you go too far,
There you go.
I'm in trouble now.
I want you to know that our next guest is the head football coach for St. John's High School.
All right. Are there steps on that side of the stage? I walk, keep going.
Man.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for a young man I've grown to have a lot of respect for over the years, Coach Michael Howard from St. John's High School.
Coach.
Yeah.
Coach, I'm coming next week. Coach, it's the final regular season. Oh, we have the next. Okay. How is the team doing? It's like
Right now we 3-4.
okay.
3 and 4.
All right. We're going to the playoffs.
You're in the playoffs. Yeah. Okay.
How we doing? We're doing great.
That's what I'm talking about. Doing great. I'm gonna come and DJ at the game. I promise. I'm in trouble now.
All right. Good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Good morning. I really am honored to be up here. Thank you, Mr. Butch Kennedy, and everybody who's involved, Mr. Bertha, and you guys. Thank you for letting me be a part of this, allowing St. John's to be a part of this. Thank you, Principal Larson, Principal McDaniel, for coming out to support us as well. Right now, we have representatives from the football team and some of our student body that are representing past and future football players. Got football players sitting over here. David Robinson in the back. I think I see Ronald Reitman back there. He's a future football player. He doesn't even know it yet. So we're going to get to him. Jay Wash, I see you, big guy. And he's absolutely right. That kid got so much potential. and I'm hoping that he can realize some of it this year on the basketball court. But the reason that I'm here this morning, it really does not have anything to do with football. I am the head football coach at St. John's. I've been that for the past two seasons, and I've been so honored to have that position and that title. But having the title does not make you entitled to anything but the responsibility that comes along with it. I am here because of a lot of grace. I'm here because a lot of people were praying for me when I wasn't doing the things that I was supposed to do. And I want you guys to understand that people are praying for you, you don't even know about you. I mean, people are talking about you in rooms that you will never even know. And those are the things that are going to come together to make whatever it is that you have as a goal, you're going to make those things come to fruition for you. So I want you to think about a couple things. I want you to really close your eyes and think about it. What is your why for moving forward and whatever it is that you do? Why is it that you continue to do those things? What makes you want to wake up in the morning and go do that thing that wakes you up? How successful do you really want to be? Let it wash over you a little bit. Think about it. How successful do you really want to be? If you were great at what you want, what would it look like? If you were the greatest version of you at whatever it is that you want, what would that version of you look like? I want you to think about that for a couple seconds. Because everything that you can think about, you can become. Everything that you can want, you can have. And everything that you ever think that you can do, you can be. Fear is one thing that stops people. Fear is something that keeps you from reaching every aspiration that you ever thought about in your life. Fear is something that will keep you stuck in certain situations that's not even good for you, but you'll stay there because you're afraid of the unknown. And the biggest thing that I've learned as a person who found some measure of success is that fear is not real. Fear is 100% made up. There's only two true emotions. Only two. One is love, and the other is fear. And when you conquer the fact that fear is false evidence of being real, it's something that you can walk through, then the only real emotion is love. And if you think about it, when you feel mad, you feel sad, you feel scared, really scared and afraid, like that's something that you make up in your mind. So when you conquer that and you understand that it's all me, it's 100% mine, then you can step past it, you can get over it, you can get around it, you can go through it. I grew up in Louisiana, and before I get too far into this, I'll be remiss if I did not do it. The representatives of our football team that are current players with me, Aiden Dillon and Jaden Bartlett, please stand up. Please give them a round of applause. Two of my coaches, my assistant coaches. Stand up, David. He's a current member of our football team. Our running backs and linebackers coach, Mr. Stephen Jeff coach. And I don't even know what position it is. It's all good. Everything, my inspiration. Coach Carlton Solomon.
That's good, Coach.
In the back, I see Coach, my defensive coordinator, Coach Hank Campbell.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All these guys, every single day, they come out, and they bleed and they sweat with us. They come out and they try to find a better success for us as a football team, but also growing these young men into great men, just great individuals once we get done on the football field. And if you look around, this is not a color scheme thing. Like, I know what this was meant for and what I am and who I am and whose I am, but it's not a color thing. It's a man thing. It's a growth thing. It's a human being thing. It's a connection thing.
That's right.
And that's why we're doing what we're doing. So thank you.
Amen. Amen.
All right, back to what I was saying. Now, I grew up in Louisiana, man. It's a real country town. It's a very small town. It's a whole lot like Johns Island, like Wadmalaw. Everybody's really close-knit. And my grandfather had a bunch of stories. His stories used to always make kind of sense to me when I was younger, but now it makes so much sense that I can't even believe it. And one of the things he used to talk about, he had a paper route. As a young man in the South, there's certain areas you can't really go through because things can happen to you, right? And every day on that paper route, every single day in the same spot, there was a dog that used to chase him. And he did this for about a month. And he kept thinking to himself, okay, when I get to that spot, the dog's coming, so I got to keep him laced up, got to be ready. Got to be on top of my game. And every day it's getting more and more tired, like, man, come on. Again today, in the rain, in the heat, in the rain, in the heat, here comes that dog again now. He's seeing this dog come at him from a distance, and he's running with all he can to get away, and he never looks back to find out really how close the dog got. If the dog really was chasing him, it's just in his mind. I got to get away right now. Eventually, he got to the point where he's like, I'm tired of this, and I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to take my destiny into my own hand. He picked up a rock, and he made up in his mind, I'm finished running today. So he got to that spot. As he got to it, he had the rock, he saw the dog. The dog's getting closer, he's getting ready to hit the dog. The dog's getting closer, the fear's building, he's ready to run or he's ready to fight. Which one? The dog got a little bit closer, he got ready to hit him, and he looked at the dog, and he went eyeball to eyeball with him, and he watched him, and when he opened his mouth to bark, he saw the dog didn't have any teeth in it. And he was like, oh man, dog, if you don't get away from me! And the dog just took off running, he just got out of there. And for the rest of the time he had that route, that level of fear was completely done. Oh, man. And he really did see that everything he thought was going to happen to him would never happen, because everything that he thought was made up. All that stuff came from him. He created that sense of fear within himself, and he figured it out. Like, I can get past this, I can get over this, now let's go to the next thing. People that have limitations, normally that's the same thing. If you argue for your limitations, you get to keep them. Every single time you say, I can't do something, you're absolutely right. That's good. Every single time you say, I can do something, you are absolutely 100% right. And you need to know that. Like, make it a staple of what you do and what you say and how you are. Because when you decide that I can do something, you're going to be able to do it. You'll find the why. The how don't even matter after that. When you find that why, the how does not even matter. Because you're going to have something to fuel you and push you and keep you going. I'll get to that in a second. So, the why and the how. Like, sometimes you have a big why, and you'll tell that why to somebody, or you'll tell that dream to somebody, and they'll ask you one simple question. They'll say, how? And how can become a dream killer. So don't concern yourself with the how, because the why is big enough, the how will never matter. I want you to go back to that question I asked you. If you could be great at what it is that you want, how successful would you be? And you think about the word great. That's not being better than anybody else. That's not the end result of anything. That's not how many touchdowns you scored, not how many home runs you hit. Being great is what you do every day. So we've broken it down into 5 letters. G-R-E-A-T. Being great means giving real evidence all the time. That means going out and practicing those little things, showing up on time, being at practice, taking it serious, knowing that that's what leads to the end of the game. That's why you do what you do, so you can get to the point where practices are the things that you do to get that final result. I need you to embrace the possibility of your greatness. After you define it, then you embrace it. Embrace every possibility that you have for greatness, because it's within you. I want you to give me one opportunity to create some solidarity with us here today, and I'm going to get out of your face, all right? As a football team, we bring each other together every day, but we come together as a hand clap, all right? So when I say give me one, I need everybody to give me one. When I say give me two, I need everybody to give me two. If I say give me three, I need you to give me three. You ready? All right, here we go. You can hear me. Give me one. Give me two. Give me three. I need you to raise your right hand. We're going to do a choice pledge today. And I need you to choose this every single day when you look in the mirror. I want you to repeat after me. I choose to be great today.
I choose to be great today.
I choose to give my all.
I choose to give my all.
I choose to take advantage
I choose to take advantage
of my gifts and all my chances.
of my gifts and all my chances.
I choose to be the best me
I choose to be the best me
that I can be.
that I can be.
I choose to be great
I choose to be great
because I am.
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 Thank you.
Amen.
Coach Michael Howard.
Yay.
Let's give it up again to Coach. That was great. Man, that was really good. That's indeed. And I have a new favorite team now. That's right, I do. And I used to coach. And you know, when my 2 sons, my daughters were coming up, if they were going to participate, I went to be the coach. Not that I knew how to coach soccer at the time, or, you know, I played football, coached football, but it was an opportunity that with my son when his first year. I said, well, I'm gonna help coach. And I tell you, the coaches don't get the credit they deserve in life.